Hey, welcome to letter one. The title of this letter is What Are We? Dear Ewan, I noticed that I was thinking about you after you left the festival, especially your love of geeking out on psychology. I kept thinking, I want to tell him my Jungian vision of the subconscious. I've had a huge writing block for the longest time, thinking about stuff I wanted to tell you. I thought I could write if I was writing to Ewan. So here it is, and here's how I worked it out. A beginning of my vision of the subconscious. My therapist, who died a couple years ago, was great at linking hard feelings I was having in connection with my boyfriends. She used to point to the feelings as echoes of feelings from childhood. Pretty standard trauma stuff. The thing she added was that my subconscious was actually walking me into situations and drama in order for me to feel those feelings. Like the feelings are already in me, they want to be expressed. My subconscious knows that. And because the subconscious speaks to the conscious in narrative symbology, aka dreams, visions, pictures, etc., it was sending stories of reality in order to direct me to feel emotions. It's like the subconscious can't just say, hey, you're holding old pain. It just leads me into situations to feel it again without clarifying that the pain is from the past, not the present. I thought about cognitive dissonance at this point. Our brains have the ability to filter out parts of reality that would disrupt our identity. It's hardwired to do that. It seems to be able to make us forget, not see, and I would guess direct our attention. So my subconscious has access to how I view reality in a choosy way. It seems to lead me to instances or reasons to feel a pain like when I felt when I was young. That's already weird. But then I started wondering, what even is my reality? How can I know if anything I'm seeing is just what's available because it doesn't trigger dissonance? Or if my attention is always being guided, like my subconscious is running a kind of long con, nudging me exactly where it wants me to feel. My attention might not be consciously my own. That gets into questions of free will. If it's my subconscious choosing, then maybe there's freedom for my totality. But I'd have to question whether I am as much of a chooser as I thought. Maybe I'm more like the avatar of whatever's being directed by the back end. I am the avatar of free will. I am the avatar of essence. I would guess most psychologists who believe the first part probably believe that the attention control slash cognitive dissonance is only acting sporadically. Most people definitely think they're the driver of their experience, but that just doesn't make sense to me. It feels too convenient or magical. Hey, when it's time to process the next trauma, your brain will control you to step into narratives that will make you feel the feeling that was never felt. My bet is it's always doing it. It's so weird to try on. What if, when you're sitting here reading this letter, your brain is actually leading your understanding in certain ways? You're looking at your experience, and some of the thoughts or imagery are bait from the subconscious to lead you to unfelt feelings. This is so weird. No one seems to be as weirded out by it as me. I think whatever a person is, or I thought it to be, I'm having to abstain from believing that. I'm having to reserve the right to always ask the question, what am I? I pulled this from ChatGPT. Processing capacity differences, Miller bars Kahneman, etc. The conscious mind is thought to process about 40 to 60 bits per second, primarily in working memory. The subconscious, non conscious mind is estimated to process 11 million bits per second. Most of this happens outside of awareness: sensory input, motor coordination, emotional responses, pattern detection. That's crazy to me. 11 million divided by 60 is 183,333.333333333. So my subconscious has 183,000 times the processing power of what I'm seeing in my consciousness. I'm calling that a relatively infinite difference. It might as well be infinitely smarter from my perspective. There's a thing people talk about when they talk about the fears of AI. It's where the AI gets so smart that it can do things that to us would look like magic. I'm not sure how smart AI will get, but I think anything 183,000 times smarter than me would have a magical grasp of me. Like if I was playing one-on-one basketball against my subconscious, it would be able to score 4-point shots and never dribble while never getting called for traveling. From here, some interesting things have happened, but I'll get to that in another letter. I'm guessing if the overlay is omnipresent, then it can't just be sending me breadcrumbs to pain. So what other breadcrumbs are being sent? The answer I'm thinking of is related to that first morning we met. I couldn't stop myself from running after you. I couldn't believe how calm I felt when you said you were straight. I couldn't contain the excitement I felt that you seemed open to such a novel friendship. You didn't seem at all weirded out or disgusted when I was obviously turned on. That was really sweet. It felt like a breadcrumb from the future. I really like writing you letters. With complete gratitude for our meeting, Mike. I'm in the place where I can feel my innocence writing that letter. I can feel my innocence right now. And it feels like being naked and okay. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.